Are you stuck in a single moment? Life keeps moving forward, yet you remain standing in an old moment. Not because you are weak, and not because you don't want to move on, but because some moments in life happen too fast and too deeply. So deeply that before we can understand them, everything has already changed. Some people are stuck in a relationship that has ended. Some are stuck in a failure. Some are stuck in an old decision, a single sentence, or a version of themselves they once believed was everything. Time does not stop, only we remain there. And the real question is not what happened on that day, but why we are still staying, when that journey no longer belongs to the present. To understand why people can remain stuck for so long, we first need to look calmly and clearly at what being stuck really means. There is a common misunderstanding. People often think they are stuck because they are weak, because they are overly attached, or because they are not strong enough to move on. But in reality, many people who are stuck are actually strong. They keep living, keep working, keep holding themselves together, and appear completely fine in front of others. The only difference is that when they are alone, they know very clearly that they cannot move forward. Not because there is no path, but because something inside them is still holding them back. It is not tears, not memories, not a specific person. It is a state of being. That state usually begins very quietly. There are periods in life when we are not exactly sad, but not truly okay either. We wake up every day, do familiar tasks, and fulfill our roles as usual. Yet inside, we feel as though we are living without any real support. Not because we lack people, but because we lack a clear reason to continue. Everything keeps functioning, but it feels as if life is passing by while we are not truly inside it. That is when people begin to feel stuck, not in a memory, but in a way of living that has lost its axis. This loss of direction does not come from a single source. Being stuck can come from many places. Some people get stuck after a relationship ends, some after a failure, some because of a wrong decision, a missed opportunity, or a period they once believed was everything their life had. The common point is not the story itself, but the moment when what once served as the main axis of their life disappears. When that happens, they no longer know how to continue living, and before a new axis is built, people tend to stay for a long time in the place that once gave them a sense of belonging. But there is one thing that keeps people staying longer than all the reasons above. That thing is attachment. We do not suffer only because we lost a person, a relationship, a job, or a certain happiness. We suffer because we keep thinking, that should have been mine, that love should not have ended, that opportunity should have belonged to me, I should have been recognized, I should have had a different ending. From that should have, people begin to torment themselves, not by blaming others, but by blaming themselves. We replay a script that no longer exists, asking whether doing one thing differently, saying one sentence differently, or being a little more patient could have changed everything. But life is not lived by should have. Life is lived only by what actually happened. And when we keep holding on to something we believe should have been ours, we unknowingly tie ourselves to that place. While life quietly moves on, attachment does not make us worse people. It only keeps us stuck longer, because we refuse to let go of something we believe we deserved. At this point, many people begin to ask themselves, if I already understand everything, why can't I move on? Because understanding is one thing, leaving is another. Some people clearly know that. The relationship has ended, the job has slipped away, the phase has passed. Yet they still cannot leave. The deepest reason is not emotion. The deepest reason is that if they leave that moment, they must face a brutally honest question. So what am I living for now? When you leave something that once served as your axis of life, you come face to face with emptiness. And humans are deeply afraid of emptiness. It feels safer to stay in a familiar pain than to step into an undefined void. Safer to carry an old memory than to start again without knowing where to begin. So we choose to stay, not because we do not know the cost, but because we fear the cost of moving forward even more. When we stay in that state for too long, we don't just feel sad. We begin to change the way we live, more cautious, more suspicious, no longer allowing ourselves to hope the way we once did, seeing new opportunities through the eyes of old failures, seeing new love through the fear of past breakups. And we look at ourselves through a sentence that once brought us to our knees. Many times, we think we are becoming more mature, but in reality, we are shrinking. We think we are becoming smarter, but in truth, we are avoiding. And time passes like that, quietly, steadily, long enough, until one day, a very clear feeling appears. Exhaustion. Not exhaustion from pain, but exhaustion from constantly holding ourselves together. Exhaustion from living two lives. One that keeps functioning on the outside, and one that remains stuck on the inside. And this is the key point. Many people believe that time will eventually heal everything, but time only makes the wound sting less. It does not automatically move you out of where you are standing. The way out begins with a clear, conscious act. You must end your relationship with that moment yourself. It may sound strange, but it is true. That moment ended with the world a long time ago. It just hasn't ended with you. It is still alive in how you think, how you react, how you judge yourself. And if you do not end it deliberately, you will live like someone who is always waiting for something to return, waiting for an old feeling to come back, waiting for an explanation, waiting for a more beautiful ending. But many things in life do not have beautiful endings. They only have honest ones. And sometimes an honest ending sounds like this. I truly loved, I truly tried, but it is over. I was wrong. But I don't need to spend my whole life paying for it. I lost something. But I am not allowed to lose myself as well. Leaving is not forgetting. Leaving is putting that memory back in its rightful place in your life. It mattered. It shaped you. But it does not have the right to steer the rest of your life. Getting out is not about saying I'm fine. Not about forcing yourself to be happy. Not about throwing yourself into something else to forget. The way out goes deeper than that. Building a new version of yourself, strong enough that it no longer needs to live off the old one. Most of us are stuck because we have nothing new to move toward. When you have a new axis, a real goal, a real value, a life you want to build, the old moment naturally begins to shrink. Not because it loses its meaning, but because your life has gained new meaning. That is true liberation. Not letting go, but moving far enough forward. that the old moment is no longer the center. Perhaps you are not weak. Perhaps you simply have not failed to try. You may have only stayed too long in a moment that once mattered deeply to you. That moment gave you something, a lesson, an experience, a version of yourself, without which you would not be who you are today. But not everything that once mattered has the right to stay forever. Some moments are born to fulfill their role and then leave. And when we keep holding on to something that no longer belongs to the present, we do not preserve the past. We only slow down our own future. Leaving is not a betrayal of what once existed. Leaving is respecting the truth that you have reached the end of that road. You do not need to forget. You do not need to hate. You do not need to prove that you are fine. You only need to do one clear, honest thing. Allow yourself to move forward, because life does not wait long enough for anyone to remain forever in an old moment. And if today you feel stuck, that may not be a sign of failure, but a quiet reminder that it is time to live for the part of life that is still waiting for you ahead.